Good morning everybody, welcome in to Sunday the 17th of July 2022. I am Spirit of Life Alchemy and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology today. The moon is going to be in Pisces all day and it's going to form a sextile to Uranus. So breakthroughs, shocks, surprises, could be a bit chaos, liberation, epiphanies, things are flying in out of left field. And then we also have, following on from their conjunction yesterday, Mercury and the Sun, they're both going to trine Neptune, which is also in Pisces, the Sun and Mercury being in Cancer, so a nice water trine there. So the theme is about dreaming big, connecting to spirit, asking how you can co-create with spirit for your purpose here on earth. Listen, give permission for answers to come through, receive. Okay, so nice energies for today. Feels all spiritual and out there. Let's do some cards and see what messages come through for today. So we're going to use Wisdom of the Oracles. Couldn't remember what they were called then, and the Handel deck. So let's see. What do we need to know for Sunday the 17th of July 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? And one more. Sunday the 17th of July 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. Okay, chop wood. This has been coming up quite a lot just recently. I think when the last few times I've used this deck, it seems to be like a recurring theme at the moment. And then Unfinished Symphony, another reoccurring theme. That's come out just recently quite a lot as well. And then Deep Knowing. Okay, so chop wood is basically getting on with the ordinary daily routines and workings and things like that. It just going with sort of the usual stuff that you do every day, and that's when messages and things will come through. We've talked about life being an unfinished symphony before, and about sort of, there isn't apart from birth and death being the ultimate start and finish points for this incarnation. Apart from that, it's in a constant journey of evolution and growth, and death and rebirth and everything as we go through life. The baby dies and becomes the toddler into the small child into the adolescent, etc. These is a constant journey, constant evolution, and as one phase finishes, then we'll move into the next one. And the message is deep knowing, to just sit in that knowing about this, and what's the word I'm looking for? Just trust the unfolding of it, divine timing. Everything happens as it's meant to, and I like to sit back and just sort of watch this happening in myself. Even from one week to the next, you can see that transition happening. Okay, let's do some tarot and see what the tarot's got to say for today. So what do we need to know for Sunday, the 17th of July 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Sunday, the 17th of July 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. Okay, the Lovers. Nice card with the Hanged Man. And the Father of Stones in the west, the King of Pentacles. Father of Cups in the north, the King of Cups. The High Priestess. The Seven of Swords, uselessness. The Three of Swords, mourning. And the Ten of Swords, ruin. Okay. And then what have we got? The Ten of Wands, oppression. The Son of Swords in the south. And the Mother of Stones in the west. Okay, we've got the Emperor. Okay. So I might clarify that in a moment. Let's get back to the main message. We're at a choice point with the Lovers. Okay, choosing, do I want to go this way or that way? And we might be unsure at the moment and pausing to look at things for more directions, different perspectives, before we make any move forward. And then at the bottom we've got the King of Pentacles. This is about structure and security and solid foundations, money in the bank, feeling like we're being looked after. In this deck, the King of Pentacles is called Old Man, and it's about being carried by Spirit when we weren't strong enough to walk beside Spirit, and we were carried. So feeling like we're supported by the universe. This is this deep knowing, that certainty that even when things are difficult, we've got a lot going on and everything, knowing that, you know, Spirit has our back, Spirit is carrying us. And then we've got the King of Cups, the Father of Cups in the north, the King of Cups. And in this deck, it's Odin, which is reminding me of the Hanged Man. So in myth, Odin hung upside down on the world tree for 9 days. He sacrificed his eye so that one eye would look out and the other would look inwards, to gain the wisdom and the knowledge of everything. That deep, again, coming back to this deep knowing. The King of Cups deeply knows, trusts his intuition, his instincts and things. So yeah, it's a real sense of, you know, instead of looking at the outside sort of perspective, come in, hang upside down. I'm not saying sacrifice an eye or anything like that, but just looking at things from a different perspective. And moving into the next card, the High Priestess, connecting into our higher selves, receiving the messages coming down. In fact, that's what I put in my notes, didn't I? Ask, listen, give permission and receive. So really, you know, this is sort of the message that's coming through, really, isn't it? Gaining enlightenment through sort of connecting in, with the divine, with spirit, and trusting that we're being supported. Now the three clarifiers. We've got the 7 and the 3, which makes 10, and we've got the 10, which is the end of the journey. So lies and falsehoods and untruths and things like that have caused heartbreak in the past. This is the old paradigm. So just seeing it now, the old way, the way that's falling away now. Okay, so that's from the past and sort of where we've come from. And then the other 10, we've come to the end of that journey. The 10 of Swords, it's ruined. It's over. It's done with. We've completed the cycle. So I think it's quite. We've got add those together. You've got 10, and we've got the 10 there. And I think the message is that just knowing that we've come to the end of that cycle, it's now time to go inside, look at things from a different perspective, trust the messages coming down from source, God, spirit, whatever, however you see that energy, the universe, and challenge it down into deep knowing and trust that we're supported and everything. In the lovers here, we've got the masculine and the feminine, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, which ultimately is within each of us. And the theme of the cup is ongoing, because look, between them there is the cup being filled up with love, being filled with nurturing and love and everything. It's also the sword coming, not the sword or the wand. Let's just have a look. Is it a sword or a wand? Let's have a look. It's narrow, coming down, piercing the cup. Again, it's divine masculine coming down into the receptivity of the divine feminine. Okay, balancing those energies, filling our cup up so overflowing. And then that overflowing is trust and love and joy, and receiving all this, all of these, actually, receiving the knowledge, the knowing, and supported underneath by that trust, that deep knowing. Okay, the cards at the bottom of the deck, that we're feeling overwhelmed by this old paradigm. It's not working, is it? It's not working for any of us, and it's time for it to go. The 10 of Wands, overwhelm. What's it called in this? It's called oppression in this deck. But a message comes in. The Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Messages comes in that liberate us from the 3 swords and all the mental conflict and everything. And then we have the Mother of Stones, or the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Velvet waiting, of knowing that everything unfolds at the right time. So we have the King and the Queen here of Pentacles, trusting that everything's going to work out for us, with the Emperor, which is about self-mastery, and being our own authority. So again, from outside, we're taking all of that back in. So that's today's reading. Okay. We're just releasing all this overwhelm and burdens and mental patterns. It could be people that have hurt us, or it could just be the energy of the lies and the untruths that might not be any specific people, but even that society tells us, and things like that. These last few years has been a big time of misinformation, but we're shifting. We're in 5 years into a cycle that has been called Eyes Wide Open, and I think sort of there's been a shift between June going into July. There's been a shift, and it's almost like people can now see. We can see the damage that it's all doing to us, and we're in a position we can walk away and leave that, take our energy inside and take our power inside, and come from within with our power from within us to go out into the world. So we protect ourselves. The Spirit protects us. God and Gaia protect us. The divine masculine, divine feminine support us in this new developing evolution that we're going through. So that's today's reading. It's a bit all over the place today. It's a Sunday. My brain's probably a bit all over the place as well. But yes, got there in the end with the message. Hopefully you enjoyed this message. Hopefully it resonated for you. If it did, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications of when I'm doing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.